What's up, everyone? Jeremy Gerard from Four Horsemen Studios here. Going to talk today about the new Figura Obscura Ghost of Jacob Marley figure. So this figure dropped last weekend on December 2nd. It's starting to arrive in collections today. One of the things is a lot of people who buy the Figura Obscura releases are first-time buyers of Four Horsemen Studios products. They've never, gotten any of the Mythic or Cosmic Legions figures. So these figures represent the first time they've ever played around with something that would be considered a Legions build. Now, those of us who are in the community who have bought a number of them, they're very familiar with how these figures pop apart. But if you're new, you may not know that. So what I wanted to do today was talk to you a little bit about Marley and the parts he comes with, because out of the box, this is what you're going to get. This is how Marley looks. He's got a number of pieces you can swap onto him. He's got an alternate head, alternate hands, and most importantly, he comes with this harness of chains. Now, you're going to want to put this on him because it looks super cool when he's dragging this around. But to do so, you're going to have to remove the arms. And that may freak out people that have never played with a Legions figure. I'm going to show you here how to easily do that. So first off, this figure that I'm going to pop apart right now, it's been in my house for a little while. It's room temperature. I didn't just pull this out from a package from the cold where it's not heated up. That's one of the things that's important. Whenever you are messing around with Legions figures or any action figure, really, if anything feels like it's stuck, you don't want to force any of those joints because you can, risk breaking them. Heat is going to be your friend in this case, whether you're going to use hot water or a hair dryer. For something like this, where you just want to pop some simple parts, a hair dryer works great. Hit it with a little bit of heat if you feel any resistance. So very simply, let's start with the head. This is the head that comes on the figure in the package, but he also comes with this very cool yelling head. So I'm going to pop this one on. Now, all you have to do, I'm going to hold the figure kind of around the arms there, and I'm just going to pull that head right up. You see, it just pops right on and off that neck. Now, the neck is a separate piece as well. If you pulled it and the neck came out also, just hit it with some heat and remove the neck from the head and pop it right back into the torso there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take that other head. I'm going to pop it right on. Easy peasy. No problem there. Now, the next thing is the hands. So the hands, very similar. They connect at the wrists. If you just hold the wrist and you hold that hand and you pull out, they will pop right off. Again, if you feel any resistance there, a little bit of heat will help you get those out. Grab a couple hands. He's got these really cool kind of expressive hands. So I'm going to pop these in. All I do there is plug them right in. No problem. So those are two of the easiest pieces you're going to want to do. Now let's talk about the harness. So to get the harness on effectively, you're going to want to remove the arms. To do that, what you're going to do is really just hold the arm and pull out. Okay, I tend to hold one side, pull up a little bit, and then pull out. Okay, if you feel any resistance, a little bit of heat will soften up that plastic part and it'll make it come out even easier. Lift it up, pull it out. Very, very simple. Now, by doing that, not only can you remove the jacket if you wanted to, what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to slip the harness over. I'm also going to remove the head. So one thing to notice about the harness is if you look at this, there's actually one break point on the harness. So right in the back, there's one spot that is lightly glued. Now there's a chance that as you are putting this on, you could snap that little piece. You didn't break it. All you did was loosen the glue a little bit. And what I did was I actually loosened mine to show just a little piece right here. If you wanted to fix that, a dab of glue will get it right back on, no problem. Again, you didn't break the piece. It's almost meant to do that if it feels any resistance so you don't break it. But let's look at this harness here. I'm going to position the chains. One of the great things about this figure is the crazy amount of chains, and they're all different kinds of chains. It's not just one length of chain, one kind of size links. They're all different across this entire harness to really give it a cool look. So what I'm going to do here is I just slide this harness right on top of the body, right over the shoulders there, position it how you want. And then once you have it positioned how you want, take those arms, oops, dropped it. Yeah. Take those arms, plug it right back in. Little push and you'll feel that snap, like you'll actually feel it pop back in. Repeat it here, pop that in. There you go. Now I'm going to take the head that I wanted and pop that right back on. So you can see here, I now have all of these chains. I've got this harness on him. Once it's on, just position it the way that you want. And like I said, in my case here, move some of these chains in back. You can see that in back, the harness separated a little bit. A dab of glue on that will get that glued right back on. You could also just wedge it under and it works fine. If you wedge it under, you'll see it's right there. But a dab of glue will fix that up as well if it happens to separate while you're putting it on. Again, that's a piece that's there. The little bit of glue was done there intentionally so it doesn't rip. The plastic doesn't actually rip as you're trying to put it on. There is only a little bit of give because we wanted the harness to be nice and snug on him and stay on. But there you go. He's got all these different chains all around him that you can position. So when you get your Marley figure and you open him up out of the box, those are some of the changes you're going to want to make. Those are some of the pops, popping the head, changing the hands, and certainly removing the arms to get that harness on the figure. Enjoy the Figura Obscura Ghost of Jacob Marley figure. Thank you to everyone who purchased one of these from the recent sale. We appreciate the support. Until next time, can't wait to see what you make.